Happy World of 5 Radio, your adult contemporary radio station in Zambia, connecting you to the newsmakers and events that make news in the global village.
Good evening, this is the 5FM Radio Main News, the headlines. Zambia's parliament still male-dominated, Mwetwa notes. OHSI bill passes third reading, awaits presidential said. And Kenyan MPs accuse British surges of sexual abuse and environmental destruction. This bulletin is live on our Facebook page, 5FM Radio Zambia, and live on our YouTube channel, 5FM Radio Zambia. With the details, my name is Lance Sannie. Information and Media Minister Cornelius Mwetwa has expressed concern over the low representation of women in Zambia's parliament, noting that the country currently has only 17 female members of parliament out of 156 constituencies. Speaking during a media briefing, Mr. Mwetwa said Bill number 7 of 2025 seeks to address this imbalance by introducing a proportional representation PR system. He explained that the proposal, which originated from the non-governmental organizations Coordinating Council NGOCC, is designed to increase women's inclusion in governance. Mr. Mwetwa further noted that the amendment bill will not only enhance women's participation, but will also help boost youth representation in structures. The bill was reintroduced in Parliament for deliberation.
Women or female representation in Parliament, standing I think at about just 14% out of the 156 elected members of Parliament. To be specific, 17 women out of 156 elected. The NGOCC are the ones who have been pushing government to put in measures that we increase women participation at levels of appointment as contained in terms of Article 259 of the Constitution and also envisaged under Article 173 of the Constitution in terms of fair distribution of appointed members to various portfolios of governance.
The Occupational Health and Safety Insurance, or HSI Bill number 17 of 2025, has passed the third reading in the National Assembly and now awaits presidential assent to become law. Ministry of Labor and Social Security Principal Public Relations Officer Mwakandawa says the historic safety reform seeks to strengthen Zambia's occupational health and safety framework by continuing the existence of the Occupational Health and Safety Institute, redefining its functions and reconstituting its board to enhance governance, accountability, and operational efficiency. Ms. Ndawa said it also introduces health and safety committees in all workplaces to improve compliance and promote shared responsibility between employers and employees. Once assented to by President Hakainde Hichilema, the new law will repeal and replace the Occupational Health and Safety Act number 36 of 2010, signaling a major transition in the country's approach to safeguarding the health and well-being of workers. The current act, though effective over the past years, has notable limitations, including narrow sectoral coverage and inadequate enforcement mechanisms.
Madam Speaker, I beg to move that the bill be now read the third time.
The question is that the bill be now read the third time. Any debate, any objection? The question is agreed to. Let the bill be read the third time.
The Occupational Health and Safety Bill, National Assembly Bill number 17 of 2025.
Next.
Government has reaffirmed its commitment to promoting the rights and inclusion of persons with disabilities. Central Province Minister Mwabashike Nkulukusa said persons with disabilities are an integral part of society. Speaking today at the commemoration of the International Day of Persons with Disabilities in Serenge, Mr. Nkulukusa emphasized the importance of disability inclusion, citing the theme of the day, fostering disability inclusive societies for advancing social progress. He highlighted government's progress in promoting disability inclusion, including the launch of the National Policy on Persons with Disabilities and the National Disability Mainstreaming Guidelines. Meanwhile, Zambia Association for Persons with Disabilities Zapid Central Province Coordinator Mr. Kalumba Lukwesa said persons with disabilities have been marginalized and discriminated against for far too long, and it's time the playing field is leveled and people with different abilities are considered. The Zambian government, in collaboration with the United Nations Population Fund (UNFPA), has launched the country's first pro-youth policy, marking a significant milestone in promoting inclusivity and accessibility for youth with visual impairments. Speaking at the event, Youth, Sport and Arts Minister Elvis Nkandu said that the importance of inclusivity would enable youth with visual impairments to independently access information and participate in national development. Mr. Nkandu noted that the Bro Youth Policy is expected to promote equity, empowerment, and meaningful participation of young people rather, with disabilities, addressing challenges such as unemployment, lack of access to education.
People may not take it very seriously, but when we are talking about inclusivity, then we need to take this day and this event very, very important. Yes, we can come up with all these national youth policies, sports policies, and everything. But if you can only benefit one sector, then you are not inclusive. So my colleague from the University of Zambia will not be able to benefit from every good thing that the government may have done if we couldn't come up with what we are launching. There could be very good things there, but do they have that opportunity also to understand what is written there? The answer is no. Now today, that's why I'm saying it's a beautiful day, because inclusivity is now being realized.
At the same event, the UNFPA Deputy Country Representative, Ms. Anna Holmstrom, stated that the Bro Youth Policy marks a significant step in promoting inclusivity and accessibility for youth with visual impairments in Zambia. He further said that the policy bridges the information gap, providing access to government empowerment funds and development opportunities.
Our mandate is always guided by the principle of leaving no one behind. And for us, that's not a slogan, but it's actually an operational standard that we need to consistently demonstrate in partnership with the Ministry of Youth and the rest of the government of Zambia. And we are truly committed to moving disability inclusion from commitments and from policy to practical action in making inclusion a mandatory quality marker for all of our programs, whether it be with the Ministry of Youth or any of our other government and civil society partners. Today's launch is an example of that. We had worked with the ministry on the traditional youth policy, and so when we went through with facilitators representing organizations of persons with disabilities.
The Ministry of Green Economy and Environment has welcomed Dr. Saja Farouk Abdullah as the newly appointed United Nations International Children's Emergency Fund UNICEF representative to Zambia. During a courtesy call at his office today, Minister of Green Economy and Environment Mike Mposha expressed the government's delight at Dr. Abdullah's arrival and reaffirmed the long-standing and impactful partnership between Zambia and UNICEF. Mr. Mposha said UNICEF has remained a reliable and strategic partner over the years, supporting Zambia in critical areas such as child protection, education, health, and climate resilience. He noted that the agency's work has been instrumental in advancing the welfare of children and strengthening community level systems. He further highlighted UNICEF's key role in helping the country respond to the growing impacts of climate change on children, youth, and vulnerable households. The minister observed that extreme weather events are increasingly disrupting access to clean water, health services, nutrition, education, and safety for many Zambian families. And in other news trending this evening, Zambia launched a major US $200 million energy program aimed at accelerating access to clean and reliable power across the country. The government has completed a major emergency water supply and sanitation project in Porokoso District, Northern Province. Up next, the business news.
5FM Radio Business News. We mean business. Keep you current in commerce, trade, and industry, local and global. It's our business to keep you informed about business.
Absa Bank Zambia and World Vision join forces to support girl-child education through menstrual health initiatives. The initiative under World Vision's World Vision Engage CESP sponsorship plan aims to tackle menstrual poverty, a challenge that continues to contribute to absenteeism among schoolgirls. Speaking at a joint press briefing this morning at Absa House, World Vision National Director Mark Nussback emphasized that the initiative goes beyond providing sanitary products. Mr. Nussback added that the broader goal is to strengthen girls' education, particularly in rural areas. Having already reached over 2 million children across rural Zambia, World Vision plans to roll out a new strategy to extend support to urban communities starting next year. Both Absa Bank and World Vision called on communities, stakeholders, and partners to join their efforts in supporting the girl child, ensuring that no learner is left behind due to menstrual challenges.
And she does that when she talks about girls and women in this country, but she really talked passionately about the challenges that girls face. And really, by joining hands together with APSA, we are able to restore this dignity, hope for girls in the most remote areas in Zambia. So thank you. As we already had mentioned, we had started the Flow Fund here in Zambia just in June, and the initial campaign goal was to raise over about 700,000 kwacha to reach 5,000 girls. And I can happily report that, especially now, this is a significant contribution from us, so we've exceeded this initial campaign goal, and we're close to have reached. And we are close to have reached about 6,000 girls in Zambia. But while I like to talk about a campaign, I actually think we are about to endeavor on.
Ends the business news, and in news from across our borders, Kenya's parliament has accused British soldiers of decades of sexual abuse, killings, human rights violations, and environmental destruction while training in the country. The report detailed harrowing testimony from communities in Laikipia and Samburu counties near the military training bases. The British soldiers are accused of evading accountability by refusing to cooperate with the parliamentary investigation. The UK High Commission in Kenya said it regretted that its submissions was not reflected in the report's conclusions and affirmed its readiness to investigate the allegations under their jurisdiction fully and once evidence is provided. In sports news, FAS President Keith Mwemba has thanked the football family for the smooth transition in the aftermath of the May elective annual general meeting. Minister of Youth, Sport and Arts, Elvis Nkandu, commended FAS for opening the door for everyone to participate. Speaking during the reconvened AGM at the Italian Cultural Center, Mwemba said he remained true to his commitment to unite Zambian football. He said the mandate from this moment forward is to unite. Elections, by their nature, can leave behind divisions, emotions, and differing expectations. Nkandu urged everyone to unite and take the game to the next level. The reconvened AGM was a continuation of the May 2025 AGM that was deferred to exclusively deal with only elections. And now the weather.
Class Econ Roofing, plot 17100 off Katanga Road, 150 meters from Mumbwa Road, Chinika Industrial Area, Lusaka. Class Econ Roofing. Class plus economy. Class Econ Roofing Africa. Class Econ.
Northwestern, Copper Belt, Central, Wapula, and Eastern provinces, including the eastern parts of southern and southern parts of northern provinces, mainly cloudy, windy at times, and mild with isolated rain and thunder. Western, Muchinga, and Lusaka provinces, including the western parts of southern, northern parts of northern provinces, partly cloudy, slightly windy, and warm to mild, with a chance of rain and thunder. Ends our weather report, and that item brings us to the end of the news. But before we go, a recap of the stories that made headlines.